in Lendi since 2 years. So these are our students and they're very privileged to have experiencing these kind of examinations now in their third year, fourth semester. And I don't think so this is too early because even the companies who are opting for the people like these wanted to test all their skills before itself. So as Harisa was mentioning, all the things which we are training the students as a part of their job skills. So now this is also a part of their job skills and they are going to tell you more about this. Being a teacher of them, talking about this is not that like worthy. Like if students tell you what they experienced and what they have learned, you will be understanding that training part went on pretty well with the students. And for this, we have to thank Harisa for taking all the pain and getting the examiners over online and bringing the examiners from different wings and making the students understand that each and every kind of administrative or industrial experiences are necessary for the students like this. So I wish you will be allowing my students to speak and share their experience. We have Ravi Teja here to speak few words regarding his journey. So please allow Ravi Teja.
First of all, I would like to wish our externals and Harisa a very warm good morning. I would like to give a gist of our English lab. At the beginning of our first years, when we came to our college, we didn't even know that there's a special lab for English. But as soon as we saw a lab, which is very well infrastructured and with all facilities and computers, we felt very good looking at the infrastructure, and we were eager that what things we are going to learn in this lab. Not only that, coming to our faculty, they have been very supportive and very friendly. And not only that, when it comes to work, they were strict enough to make us do and learn new skills. They were both strict and friendly when it comes to our English lab. So our English lab is well infrastructured, filled with a lot of motivational quotes. They have addressed us on various things, like we have been through GDs, jam sessions, vocabulary, and whatnot. We have been through various things that helped us improve our communication skills. At the first, most of us were very scared to speak speak publicly, and even among ourselves, even with our friends who we sit daily and spend our time, we were scared to speak with each other in English. So our faculty really helped us to push away our fears and step forward to speak. And finally, we are here pursuing our course. And not only that, I would like to say that English Lab has provided us with a lot of opportunities. I mean, like, they have provided us with a lot of platforms and a lot of certifications, and they have also allowed us for various youth festivals. So basically, when you speak between your friends and in your lab, it's just your classmates daily. But English Lab just didn't do that. It provides us various platforms and various opportunity to expand our skills and knowledge. They have pushed us forward to participate in various competitions and youth festivals, where various colleges have participated, and we got a chance to expand our knowledge and also test our skills and everything that we have learned in our English lab. And I would very much like to thank our faculty and English lab for that. Thank you.
We also have one more student friend who wants to share his views. Please allow him to.
A very good morning to all the teachers and examiners present in this session. I'm Devanshu Kumar, and I would like to share my experience through the ELCS lab. I feel this is an unfair advantage all the students of Lendi have, because we have access to such a perfect lab which blossoms the courage for a student inside himself to take up each and every opportunity that comes in his way. And also, the teachers have trained us from the beginning of this year so that we could improve ourselves. There is a quote which goes by, don't fear failure, but be terrified by regret. So when each and every opportunity comes up to speak, then we shouldn't think about if we will failing that opportunity or not. We should think if we didn't take the opportunity, what are we missing over here? So, like in this manner, we can grow ourselves and take better opportunities. We should also know that English, after coming to this college, I came to know that English is no more a language. It has become a skill which is needed in the needed to grow in this future to go to utmost positions. For example, we have a lot of resources, but we don't know how to search for that particular resource. English gives us that power. English gives us the grammar through which we can search for the particular resource of what we want. So I want to thank all the teachers who have helped me in getting such abilities. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity, Hari sir. And that's all from.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kavya, and from your house, both the boys have responded well. And I now request session 2 to carry it out with your introductions.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving the opportunity in the first place. And a very good morning to all the examiners present on this digital platform today. Hello, Venkatamna sir, and hello, Gunlata ma'am. Thanks for coming and making time for us. And it's really important for our students to know the importance of a personal interview, because they'll be facing the interviews in a few months. Because the placements are coming in and they need to improvise their skills and need to be perfect in presenting themselves. So I hope you might just give them the required inputs and just make them go ahead with the skills that they need in their in their professional arena. So I have 2 students who would like to talk about their experiences, and it might be helpful for you guys to understand how they are so connected to the lab. So yes. So the first person we have is Swami.
Warm welcome to all the dignitaries present in the meeting. I am Ramalinga Swami and I am here to represent my class GSIT 30. Basically, while joining in the first year, each and every student thinks that we have labs regarding engineering, regarding electronics, etc. But for the first in my life, I would say that having a separate lab for English was my first experience. From the class 0, from the class 1 to class 12, I had no lab regarding English subjects, etc. While coming to our Vice Principal Sir, Haribabu Sir, he's one of the jolliest and one of the kind of sir who basically thinks about the life of a student. If we give a barrier behind him, in that barrier, if we keep his life or a student life, he would rather easily choose the student's life. That is his ability regarding the student's career and the welfare of a student. While coming to our ma'ams, we have one of the best ma'ams present in a college, who are none other than Jyotsna ma'am, Kavya ma'am, Mahati ma'am, and each and every ma'am, who basically help our pattern of our life to just improve. And while coming to the English lab, yes, English lab has helped us in a good manner. Explaining about my English lab in 2 to 3 minutes would not be a greater or ideal one to discuss. Thus, I want to conclude that yes, English lab has helped me in a very positive way. Yes, if you let me to speak about English lab, I would just speak about it 2 to 3 hours without any break. So I want to just conclude here. Thank you.
The next person we have here is Sai. He'd like to speak about his experience.
Good morning to the externals present in the meeting and Haribabu sir. This is N. Subramania Sai. So regarding my experience in the English lab, from class 1 to class 10 or in our secondary education also, we just learn English, but we will never experience English, like speaking in public, group discussions and meetings and etc. So this lab coming to Lendi and the English lab has provided the opportunity to every student to speak up and to know their potentiality and to know their loopholes, what is wrong with them, what they have learned wrong, and how can you make that right. And here the faculty, everyone, Haribabu sir, each and every ma'am has helped us with enormous knowledge, and they have provided so many sessions and resources for developing the skills that we have learned just. So coming to the experience, I have already said that we just have applied what we have learned from our class 1 to class 12 here in the lab, and we have known what is our loopholes, or may say what is our demerits and merits regarding speaking, hearing and listening, whatever in the English. So I conclude my speech by saying that the experience has been totally different regarding any other lab compared to these labs. Thank you.
So I hope you can understand the enthusiasm of our students. So I, Jyotsna, an assistant professor, I'm really happy and proud to present my students here in this session who are very eager and enthusiastic to face a personal interview. Thank you, sir, Hari sir, for giving us this wonderful opportunity.
That's great hearing from both the sessions, and the students are ready support examiners in spite of having a lot of risk in arranging so many things on one hand. I'll appreciate your patience and then your expertise in handling the whole situation. This is definitely a kind of a new vista for most of the young teachers like all of us to understand the spirit of learning through technology, and then how to support technology for learning English language and display English language skills. Well done, both the kids from both the sessions have spoken very well, and I hope you'll also continue the same, especially in the examination, because at the end, this examination's outcome is only to learn how to present, how to make negotiations, how to put a lot of good attempts in selling yourself for the open market tomorrow after your undergrad program. Now it's time for my good old friend, Dr. Venkatramana, and who is a very sweet object for me. In fact, whenever I put a word of request, in the whole lot of history of my requests, whenever I put before him, they never have failed. He has almost been at the end in supporting us. And this time, he is the first gentleman who has responded to undertake this laborious work, I say. On the other words, this is not that easy task for any of the teacher also to undertake it and then support the younger generation in this interesting process. So Dr. Ramana has given that opportunity for us to be with us. Dr. Venkat Ramana is an assistant professor from Gayatri Vijaya Parishad Engineering College, and I request him to introduce about his expertise, and I also request him to be friendly with our student friends and then support examiners. Sir, your introduction.
Very good morning, Hari sir. So thank you so much for your kind words. So I really like to be part of that particular, the wonderful session. It's really informative and it's need of the hour. And I really appreciate the efforts being initiated by you and your team at the institution for the development of the students. So as you've been telling that it's need of the hour to face or even sell students, they sell their prospects for meeting the employer's expectations outside. So the students, I really believe that you and your team has trained the students well throughout the 16 weeks, if I'm not wrong. Maybe this is the 16th week. Am I correct, sir?
Absolutely, absolutely. Somewhere around roughly 14 weeks we have invested on training, and 2 more weeks. 1 week internally we evaluated, and then the last week is for external evaluation.
Okay, so thank you so much. And of course, there is nothing much to talk about me. So you know better than me. Know about me. And of course, so thank you so much for calling me as your friend. We've been friends for years. So if I'm not wrong, since 2008. Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
And I am very happy to meet your team, and it's very well organized.
Thank you so much. And in fact, I can add a couple of interesting expressions about Ramana sir. Ramana sir just looks like a very common normal teacher from our vicinity, but he always loves to see what best that he wants to put before the younger generation like you all. And he has been serving Gayatri Vijaya Parishad in different positions. And he is also into examinations. Whenever a new examination system comes, he is the first one to invite it. And then he also puts a wonderful expression in requesting examiners like us to be with them. Fortunately, he has come as an examiner for us, and I think definitely most of you will be benefited out of his presence for the examination here.
It's my pleasure and fortunate to be with you all, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and this is one feature of Ramana sir as an expertise wise. And the next feature is the Department of English in Gayatri Vijaya Parishad is always open for various new exercises. One such kind of an exercise is couple of some 5 or 6 years ago, well in advance, the ELT is coming up with its interesting position making, especially in language teaching or into engineering colleges. These have organized a beautiful hands-on experienced workshop from Cambridge, to which I also joined. And there was a wonderful initiation taken up by Ramana sir to organize, to get that workshop organized very well. So he is actually a right resource as an examiner for you guys to get examined, because most of the students have a very less faith in the system of examination here and there that they have faced, especially in English language classroom. So I always give them a kind of a promise that their examination through Language Lab of Lendi would always give them a kind of a satisfaction. Hence, I am putting Dr. Ramana before you. He's no doubt a right resource for you to enjoy for another couple of hours.
Thank you so much, sir. Anyway, your institution, your students are very, very lucky and very fortunate to have you, because as one of the students said, you are a friend, a mentor, a guide, just being the teacher as well as the vice principal of the institution. So of course, well, so like you, we've been part of various training sessions, especially language development activities. So we often talk about you even at our institution. Thank you so much, sir.
That's great to hear from you. And we'll go into next examiner. Before Dr. Gunalata's introduction, I would also make the world comfortable. I see support examiners, Mrs. Josna, who has a weakness of taking a nap in between. I request you not to have it. And I also, yeah, she is putting a wonderful smile on the face. No, she's not taking a nap. And I also have Mrs. Kavya Lahari. She is also looking today a little tough. I don't know why there is no wonderful smile on her face. It's all just a kind of an exchange. If you were that serious, what could be the status of the student friends? And I request all of you to take it so comfortably, because this is a learning process that we are undertaking. So I request both of you keep the whole house comfortably, because communication that comes out only when we are acquired the comfortability around us. Okay, before I ask you all to be very comfortable, and I request Dr. Gunalata. She is one of the old teachers from NSRIT, and she is also a serious research scholar from Andhra University, who has secured a doctorate a couple of years ago. And I request Dr. Gunalata to introduce herself.
Yes, sure. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. All the students and all the other faculty also, very good morning.
Yes.
I'm happy to hear you about the part of this examiner, and what I will tell what the kind of this employability skills are very important nowadays. Also, you know how the opportunities are, so now we are got it. The part of what I'm telling, that the information is about all the students, all the best for the students. Please be with me, and I look forward to you, and I will meet you and talk to you. Thank you for this opportunity.
That's great hearing from Dr. Gunalata, short and crisp. And I know that she also has put in a very good effort from university doing her MA, and subsequently after her MA, I well remember she was a scholar towards the Department of English, who has put in wise effort, in giving her interesting space and then energy towards English language teaching. She's also one such kind of a successful examiners for you. And I request Anisha ma'am, if there is a difficulty in meeting to the speech from that side, you may see the alternative arrangement meanwhile at CSE e-classroom to make Gunalata ma'am to sit, if at all any discomfortability over there. So this is what the whole examination, first half an hour introduction. And we have the next 1 hour. This is a purely main examination. As part of this examination, we are opening couple of breakout rooms. And I request session 1 is to be handled by Dr. Ramana. I think the session 1 is by Dr. Ramana or Dr. Gunalata.
Session 1 is by Gunalata ma'am, sir.
Okay, session 1 by Dr. Gunalata and session 2 is by Ramana sir. And I'm opening the room and you are expected to join that room where you can have students will come and meet you personally, and you and the student will be there in the house, and you can carry out the examination. It is for around 1.5 hours, and then last half an hour we wanted you to have your remarks to the whole classroom with the support of examiner in charge. I request you to start the examination now. The rooms are open, and I hope you can take your own room.
Ramana sir, I request.
I'm assigning Ramana sir to join that.
Yes, sir, thank you.
You can get inside.
Sure, sir, thank you. And Gunalata ma'am?
I assigned her, she'll be coming down. Meanwhile, you can arrange the personal interview space.
Sure, sir, thank you.